What's up, you guys? So in today's video, what I'm going to be sharing with you guys are going to be a list of fragrances that I would see as being worth the hype. I want to say that they're hyped up, I mean here on YouTube, in the Facebook groups, and just generally across the fragrance community. These are some that I would just say are worthy of that hype. But on that note, let's get into it. First off, I do apologize if you're hearing some sort of hammering. There's a person's house getting worked on right next door. They're doing their roofing. Now, the first fragrance on this list is going to be hyped up for being 1, cheap, 2, a beast mode performing fragrance. It's boozy, it smells niche or high quality. It's also being used as a corona detector, apparently. Okay. The first fragrance that I have here that is hype worthy is going to be Bentley for Men Intense. Like I said, guys, this is boozy, it is sweet, it is long lasting, and it is cheap. When you want something that's boozy, somewhat sweet, especially beast mode, here you go. Now, from my experience with beast mode fragrances, there's almost like a grainy texture to the scent. This is very sweet and very boozy. But now the reason why I give it a check in terms of it being hype worthy is because of the performance and the cost. The scent is just a plus if you're a big fan of boozy style fragrances. And for me, the scent, it being a boozy scent, it does not disappoint. Put one right here onto my wrist. Guys, this is just a masculine, boozy, impressive, affordable fragrance. And as you can see, I'll have the accords and notes listed up here on the screen. Guys, again, that fragrance is Bentley for Men Intense. Now, the next fragrance on this list is one that I'm very happy to have in my collection. It, like the Bentley for Men Intense, is a beast mode scent. It does last a long time, it projects. And it happens to have that nice top note of pineapple. Once that initial pineapple top note dials back some of this fragrance, the green nuances that are there really for this fragrance shine. And for me, at the end of the day, make this more of a green fragrance. A lot of people like myself compare this to Creed Aventus. Now, if we were to talk batch talk, if you have things like the smokier batch, the fruitier batches, this is going to be more of the woodsy style batch of Aventus if we're talking comparison here. So the pineapple note opening this is very bright, it's very realistic, it is very nice. It's one of the main reasons why I wear it as often as I do, which is why I'm wearing it today. But guys, that fragrance is Givenchy Hashevat. Which, guys, this little bottle here packs a punch. In terms of being a beast mode of a scent, it performs, it lasts. This is like a 10-hour long fragrance on my skin, which even Creed Aventus doesn't last that long for me. Now, you'll see in the note breakdown of this, there is much more to this fragrance than your typical Creed Aventus style colognes. And I don't necessarily think that this is a Creed Aventus cologne. It's going to be something that's going to be in the same ballpark of scent, but cologne, no. Now, guys, if Givenchy Hashevat is something that sounds interesting to you, do not forget to click that Vimper Fragrances link down in the description, where they do have this at a discounted price. Guys, again, number 2 was Givenchy Hashevat. The next on this list is going to be 2 fragrances. It's going to be 2 that I would say as being worthy of hype. Now, these 2 are brand new fragrance releases. This brand is known for its quality, its professionalism, and it's just all around enjoyable scents. With the original being a very masculine lavender heavy scent, they decided to break away and to create 2 separate fragrances that have a bit different style to them. One being a more mass appealing general, one being more of a vacation business kind of setting kind of fragrance. Those 2 fragrances are going to be Zaharf Signature Noir and Zaharf Signature Royale. These are 2 of the best flankers that I've ever put my nose on. Now, I do have a video coming soon that's going to be going over my favorite fragrance flankers, and do not be surprised if these make that list. Now, the Zaharf scent that is more of an evening mass appealing fragrance is going to be the Zaharf Signature Noir. And with the Zaharf Signature Royale being the more professional vacation scent, which happens to be the one that I'm gravitating more towards, even though, yes, I am a big fan of the mass appealing style fragrances. George Zaharf has said himself that the Signature Royale is kind of tailored for people that are my age, that want to wear something that's more business kind of setting fragrances. The reason why I say that this is worth the hype is because it has that business aspect to it, but also has the vacation aspect to it. And with these citruses that are added to this fragrance, it gives it a bit more versatility than, in my opinion, than the Noir and the original. Again, those 2 that I would say are worth the hype are the Zaharf Signature Noir and Zaharf Signature Royale. Now, if you do want to get your hands on these 2 fragrances and a nice little gift from George, do not forget to check that link down in the description. And also don't forget to use the code GeorgeGent. Now, the next 2 on this list come from 2 of my favorite houses. These 2 houses are known for their quality and putting out bangers. The 5th on this list is going to be from the house of Chanel. With this flavor for me being so much different than the original, it's such a unique twist to it. This is why I say it's worth that hype. If you are a fan of, say, lemon meringue pie, you'll be a fan of this fragrance. This fragrance for me will be worn on the winter or cooler weather months, especially on holidays. That fragrance being Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. If you're a fan of like lemon meringue pie, you will really enjoy this fragrance. But before you try this, I do suggest trying out the original. I suggest trying out the Eau Extreme, also because this is a unique fragrance and it's not gonna be for everybody. But as someone who owns over 300 bottles of cologne, this one is one of all of them that I would say would be worth that hype. Again, you guys, that is Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Now, before we get to this last one, I want you to comment down below what you think it is. And do not edit it and change it. Don't change it. Based off my previous videos and what you see me talk about, I want you to kind of guess what it might be. I'll give you just a minute. And while I give you guys about 50 seconds to kind of guess what it might be, I'm gonna play my new music in the background. It happened to be written and produced and recorded by my friend Trent Hayes, whose channel is linked down in the description if his music sounds kind of dope to you. But guys, the last one on this list that I would say will be worth the hype and be a classic. One that has stood the test of time. It's clean, it's green, it lasts a long time. And for me, it's starting to really shine here in the cooler weather. Guys, that fragrance is gonna be Creed Green Irish Tweed. With notes like lemon verbena, violet leaf, and ambergris, you get a very clean, fresh out of the shower kind of scent. But it's so much more than a fresh, clean kind of scent. It has such a backbone, such a oomph to it, that when you smell it, you'll know what this is. Where if you don't know what it is that you're smelling, and you think it's this, because by now we've all smelled David Cool in the air, at least 100 times. But guys, that is my list of hype-worthy fragrances. And guys, like I always say, keep it gent, and I'll see you all next time.